Well, we'll do anything we can in order to bring them back safely and unharmed. Unfortunately, we are dealing with a terrorist organization. This would be similar to ISIS and images that we've seen of ISIS in the Middle East. These images of the hostages, women, children, babies, are horrifying images. And everything is on the table. We will do anything in order to bring back our citizen unharmed and healthy. Well, we are actually in a defensive mode. We will do anything needed to protect and defend our people and our country. What we've seen in the last 42 hours is a battalion of terrorists running, invading towns and cities in Israel, moving from house to house, massacring entire families. That's women, children, babies. All of these images are to be honest, this is not a declaration of war. These are war crimes. These are crimes against humanity. We've seen them mutilating bodies, beheading bodies. We've seen the images of what's happening with women. I cannot even imagine, what's going through their mind and their heart at the moment. And so in this place, we have to defend our country. We have to defend our people. This is going to be, it's probably going to take a long time until we'll be able to get that. We are still combating in a couple of towns that terrorists are still residing in and are still holding some hostages as well in different houses. So it's going to be a long battle. Everything is on the table. But I think it's more important to understand that this is not just a battle between Israel and Hamas. This has been directed by Iran. This has been planned and operated, financed, physical on the ground people. Some of these videos that you can see from the Gaza Strip with some of the hostages, you can actually hear people speaking in Farsi, which means that Iranian troops are on the ground. I guess this will be probably remembered as the first day of war between Iran and Israel. But I think maybe the world has to understand that this is not a war between Israel and Iran or Iran's proxies, Hamas and Hezbollah. This is a war between radical Islam, the attempt of completely annihilating the state of Israel. This is a war against the Western world about the values of freedom, the values of liberty, of equality. This is what they're fighting against. So as I said, in order to bring back the security and the safety of our country and of our people, everything is on the table, and we will do anything in order to bring back the hostages, the children, the babies, the women. I know that we have already sent messages of evacuating into refugees camp. Anyone who is not involved, anyone who doesn't go into these refugee camps, it's probably that they are either being used as human shields by Hamas, or they are actually taking part in this offense. We don't think, we know. We know that Iran is taking part of it. It's been taking part financially, operative, on the ground, physically. They are the head of the snake. They didn't just do tragedies and atrocities in Israel, but in the recent years, Iran has been behind most of the most vicious attacks that we've seen in the Middle East. They weren't afraid of using proxies in Yemen, in Syria, in Lebanon, and other places. They have been shooting missiles and attacking civilian airports, commercial ships, taking hostages. I mean, this is a regional war of Iran, and it's a war of radical Islam against the Western world, against the values of liberties and equalities and freedom.